Hi, I'm Dr. Heather Rice from Wellspring Chiropractic. Today I want to answer a question that I keep getting asked this season. The question is, should I get the flu shot? And my answer is, I don't know. The reason I don't know is I have to understand what your objective is behind that question. What do you want to achieve? So if you want to achieve, I just want to skip the flu season, I just don't want to get the flu, then you might want to investigate what the efficacy is of the flu shot. And it turns out that when you actually look at the research, year after year, they get it wrong, meaning that they have to make the flu vaccine a year in advance so it's ready for the flu season. And so they just have to guess at it. And year after year, they guess wrong as far as what strain it is that's going to be prevalent. So once again this year, wrong viruses, but then they say, well, if you get it, at least it's going to make it so that if you do get the flu, it'll be less. And it turns out that that's wrong too. In fact, I've heard people tell me right here in the practice that their mom didn't get the flu shot, but the kids did, and the kids got much sicker from the flu than the mom did. She got a mild case. So I know it's anecdotal, but that's not the first time I've heard that. Not only that, but I've heard lots of people, they get the flu shot, and then they get the flu. So the efficacy is actually not so good with the flu shot as a vaccine. The second thing we know is that when you look at the side effects, so getting the flu actually is one of the side effects, and if you look on the package insert, you will see a description of the symptoms of the flu as one of the side effects of having the vaccine. And one of the other concerns is that there are even more dangerous side effects that can happen. Guillain-Barré syndrome and inflammation in the brain, and Guillain-Barré is a paralysis that it can occur. So there are toxic ingredients that are in the flu vaccines that you should know about. And if you look on the package insert, you can see a list of what they are. And one of the ingredients in the multi-dose vials of the flu shot is mercury. Yep, mercury's still in the vaccines. Aluminum is in some of the other varieties, and aluminum is also a heavy metal toxin. It also can accumulate in the brain. There's been some studies and indications that there may be higher incidence of Alzheimer's with folks that have multiple flu shots. I certainly have encountered patients who have had the flu shot and it has really affected their cognition, where they get foggy and brain fog and not thinking clearly and memory being affected. So I have seen those things right here in the practice. And if you're asking the question of whether you should take the flu shot, please just look at the package insert to help you make your decision. And then the other side of that question is, again, what's your objective? If your objective is actually just to be healthier and stronger and have the strongest immune system that you can have, then it turns out that the flu shot is not the best way to go. That there's lots of things that we, as human beings, for 40,000 years have been living with the flu virus, and we have ways in our immune system that's already designed to be able to deal with that. And it all comes down to your behaviors. And so I teach my practice members, we look very closely at what are your behaviors, what are your bad habits that are setting you up for having a more likely incidence of getting the flu versus what could you change that could help you be more strong and robust. So I hope that helps you. I know that another reason people ask if they should take the flu shot is, well, what about protecting other people? It turns out that whole idea of cocooning, they call it. Everybody else gets the shot so that a baby, for example, that can't get the shot, that you're going to protect them. And it turns out that 100 people have to get a flu shot in order to protect one other person. So the odds are actually not that good. And if you look at the side effects that can come with it, then there may actually be more damage happening from getting the flu shot than people that are being protected from it. It also means that even if you have the flu shot, it doesn't mean that you're not a carrier of the flu virus. You can still carry it. And in fact, some of the flu mists and those types of flu vaccines, you actually are a carrier immediately following it for at least a day, if not a couple of days. But you don't know it because you don't necessarily have the symptoms of the flu. So it's a complex subject. And if you're asking me the question, I always have to go back to what is your objective? And that, I hope, when you examine what your objective is, will help you to come up with the right answer for you and your family. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please share it with your friends, your family, so that they can make the best decisions for themselves as well. I'm Dr. Heather Rice from Wellspring Chiropractic. I look forward to sharing more with you again soon.